Hello everybody, I am Gepwin and welcome to the first tutorial on my new Minecraft specific channel. I decided to branch off from the main channel, so if you're looking for Minecraft things from me, it's going to be here. I'm planning on doing mostly tutorials to maybe some gameplay and stuff, but I'll do an announcement video slash trailer slash whatever for that. The thing you're here to see is my updated elevator, so let's quickly take a look at that. So, this is the updated elevator. Now that 0.13 is finally out, we can play with the actual mechanics and stop having to work with the beta. Now, one of the comments that I kept getting on my old elevator video, which has been re-uploaded to this channel at reduced quality, I hate the way YouTube does things. One of the comments that I kept getting on the old video was to use this fence post method here, which is really interesting. I like it. So, the basic idea here is you could no longer put a water stream next to a water stream falling like this, even if you put the little kind of gap in it like the old mob elevators, because the water in this now has to be all source blocks. So when it's all source blocks, the water will flow out sideways and interfere with the way that your stream works that pushes zombies to go in, so you would need an air gap. But the air gap would make it so that zombies and skeletons and what have you would not get pushed all the way into the bubble column. They would just kind of stand on the air gap. Now, to fix this, someone, I cannot say who, because this is just sent to me from several different places by so many people. So if you're the one that came up with this originally, thank you. I wish I could credit you better. But the idea here is that you can have water flowing on top of the fence. There's a source block here at the end. We'll go into the build fully later. There's a source block here at the end. It goes all the way across. And then there's also a source block here underneath that's flowing across onto the fence. But since the fence has a hitbox of 1.5 blocks, anything that goes into the fence is going to get pushed up and then into the water stream here, which will send it up this way. Let's take a look with a zombie. Now, this zombie moves forward here, starts falling down, gets pushed along, and then pushed straight up into the thing that way, and then falls down into your little killie chamber thing. We'll cover what's going on up top in a minute. You can then just drop him down into your killing chamber, move him wherever, etc. So how this works is, as I said, the zombie gets pushed along here. The zombie drops down into this water stream, goes across, hits this fence post, which keeps him from falling all the way down, and then he makes contact with this bubble column, which is created by putting a piece of soul sand at the bottom of a column of source blocks, like so. There's two important things to remember here. One, do not fill the fence post with water. It seems to mess up the execution of this thing. Keep that, dry, not waterlogged. Also, you have to have a 2 wide gap going all the way up. That's why I have signs going all the way up the side here. You could also do it with trapdoors, anything else that will block water from moving. But you have to have a 2 wide gap, because the zombie, when the zombie touches the bubble column, they aren't going all the way into it. They're kind of impacting on the side and then going up. So if you have any blocks blocking this area here, your zombie's going to hit their head and get stuck. Now then, the stuff up here is my own little design. You can see that this doesn't have a floor, and that is to deal with two things, either baby zombies or chicken jockeys. Now, thankfully, the baby zombies got taken care of by this fence post. You'll see that the fence post I have here is hovering over a hole in the ground, and that is because now with the fence post method, when baby zombies spawn, they come across, they fall down, they do not get pushed up, they jump down and drop through the hole. Let's watch that one more time. Baby zombie drops down, tries to push up, but instead drops straight down through that hole there. So if you're not playing on a void world, you can put at least a 1 or 2 block hole down there with fire, lava, magma block, something that will get rid of the baby zombies and keep them from piling up. But your baby zombies are not going to get through this system, which is very, very nice indeed. Now the stuff that I have up top is to take care of the ever-annoying chicken jockeys. Chicken jockeys float on top of the water because of being chickens. So when they eventually get into the bubble column, which they do, there we go, the chicken goes up and the baby zombie splits off from the chicken. Now the chicken going on top will overshoot the hole that the zombies go through, because the zombies will have fallen down through the water, whereas the chicken will not. So you can just have the chicken go along the top. I have it drop down here. You could extend this water if you wanted to by putting a little dip and some more signs, so you could have the chicken move farther on, but I just have them drop down here onto a magma block, which has the items picked up by this hopper minecart, which goes down into this chest for raw chicken. I experimented with trying to integrate a chicken cooker here, but the chickens fall too slowly. If they hit lava, they die immediately. So you could probably integrate a chicken cooker here, but I just went with this. But if you put lava blocks up here, even with an air gap, when the chicken hits it, it dies immediately, which burns up the cooked chicken that it drops, so you never get anything in your chest, which kind of negates the point. Now, the other thing that happens when you get a chicken jockey is when they fly up the bubble column, the zombie often drops off, which is why I have this odd little system here. Darn. That did not work. Alright, my apologies. I had to do a quick fix on my design because I got a bug with the system while I was recording. It happens. So, chicken jockeys. Baby zombies will fall through water faster than regular zombies because they are smaller. So, baby zombies are going to fall right before the edge of your 8-block limit on water flow. What I did here was put water above signs so that the zombies can continue falling through. There's nothing underneath. The only thing holding a zombie in place here is the water itself. Now, baby zombies, as you just saw, when they go through the system, they are going to fall faster than this first 8-block bit. So they are going to fall down right about here, 1 or 2 before the end. Chickens, of course, are going to go all the way through, but zombies are going to go all the way through this first bit because, as you see, they just sink very, very slowly as they go. They're going to get to this second bit and continue down and fall about halfway down through here. Now, at any point in here, you can kind of put a little blocker, a blocker block. You could even put it at any point here after the baby zombies fall. So, for example, you could take out this sign and just put blocks. This will make the zombies fall exactly where you want. And then you can put down your killing chamber where you can have your XP farm, zombie grinder, skeleton grinder, whatever you happen to be building with this elevator. You see, they'll hit this and then they'll fall through the rest of the water and go down. Let's just get rid of him. The chickens and other mobs that could possibly wind up in an elevator, anything that's not going to sink, goes up the elevator, floats on the top of the water, and continues moving straight along here. So anything that sinks is going to fall at this block here where it impacts the water. Anything that's not going to fall, chickens, cows, other mobs, is going to go through and fall at the end of your water flow. That way you have 3 different points. Anything small like a baby zombie is going to fall right here before this first drop off. Zombies you can make fall anywhere in this area here, but they're going to fall naturally about 2 to 3 blocks from the end of your water flow, and anything that floats is going to go all the way to the end and fall down. In this way, you can just sort out any kind of mobs you might possibly get into an elevator. Now, one thing that I have not yet tested this with, that I got a comment about the other day, is villagers. So let's grab a villager egg and see how they react. I have yet to test this. This is the first time I've done anything with the villagers. Now, villagers, I believe, float. So the villager is going to go into the elevator. The villager is going to keep trying to swim up. All right, so if you have a chance of getting villagers in your thing, or if you want to do a villager elevator, the villager is going to just go all the way to the end, just like a chicken. Goodbye. So there you have it. Now I'm going to very quickly build this little section for you because that's the most important bit. I think up here is fairly self-explanatory, but I will cover how to make the water flow across these signs very quickly because that is kind of the only difficult thing of building this up top section. To build the new mob elevator, what I would do is first figure out where you want your elevator to start and put some soul sand there. Then 1 block down from the soul sand, you're going to want to put a fence post, and underneath that fence post, you want to dig at least 2 blocks down and put some sort of killing chamber there to sort out baby zombies that might be spawning in. Put a block down right next to your fence post there, and then back from there you want to go up so that you have this little stair step happening. You know what, let me build this bottom section out of something more solid so you can see it more easily. There we are. So this is the section that you're going to have with the fence post here. If you have non-connected blocks on either end, if you put glass on either end here, I'm going to bet, though I have not yet tested it, that that will make the baby zombies fall through more easily than if you have a completely connected fence. After that, you want to build a little glass or whatever block channel around the edge here, and at least 1 block up on either side. Bring it up to about 3 blocks, just high enough that the zombies can't jump out of it. Your little water channel here can only be about 8 blocks long. It could be longer than that, but it wouldn't matter. But it cannot be longer than water will naturally flow. But it could be shorter if you don't want to have the full run up. The other very, very important thing to do is to build up the channel for your zombie vader, making sure that it is 2 blocks wide. Now, starting next to the soul sand, 1 block above the soul sand, you're going to want to start putting down signs and put them all the way up the side of your elevator. Now, like I said, signs are good because they don't really catch zombies or skeletons or anything. You could use trapdoors or whatever you want. I'm using signs in this example. Fill this with water so that you get this bubble column going up. Then start your water flowing in this way. And there you go. The water goes through here, it falls down. This makes a new kind of, makes like a new source block because of the way the new matter mechanic works, which then starts pushing the water further this way and goes to connect to the block here. Since the water in this column is being blocked by the signs, it can't flow out backward. And that's all you need to do for your now working zombie vader. Don't make a liar out of me. There we go. Now your zombie vader is working, and you can send them up into whatever sorting, killing chamber, etc. that you would want to use. Just to cover that again, this is the simple bit that you will need. You need soul sand with a 2 block gap next to it on whichever side you're sending your zombies in from. Caddy corner, so 1 block over and 1 block down from the soul sand, you need a fence post. Underneath that fence post, put a killing chamber for baby zombies. Then blocks on either side. I would personally recommend using glass blocks until you can fully test whether or not that alters if the baby zombies can fall through or not. In fact, we can do a quick little test here. I'm feeling slightly scattered today for this tutorial, and I apologize, but let's do a quick little test with a couple of baby zombies here. Just see if they keep falling through. They do not. Okay, they do. One did, one didn't. So it seems more reliable if you put glass on either side. I've never really seen baby zombies make it through that before. There we go. Without the glass, all 3 fell. So with the glass, I would recommend putting glass or some other block that fence posts cannot attach to, so that you just have the fence post right there. But that is the most important part of this elevator. Now I'm just going to cover quickly how to get your water to flow across signs easily. This may seem overly simple, but I will explain it anyway just so people have all the information that you need, and because this has actually changed since the snapshots. Now, it used to be in the snapshots, if you put water on top of a sign, it would not flow, so you would have to put water on top of a block. But now all you need is to put down a row of signs on top of where you would like your water to flow, or underneath where you would like your water to flow, and then you just put water on one end, and it's going to flow down the row of signs just like it used to. So that's all you really need to do. Just make sure when you are placing the water down, you do not put the water directly on the sign. There we are. Do not put the water on the block that contains the sign, because that will waterlog the sign and let the water flow through it. And if you put a sign into a water source block, it is going to stay underwater waterlogged. What you have to do if you're placing the signs is have an air gap, put the sign in. If you put a sign in flowing water, it will block it, just not in a water source block. That should be everything that you need to build this new, improved, and bug-tested, live on camera mob elevator for 1.13. I hope that you found this very helpful. That will do it for me. I hope that you liked this video. If you want Minecraft content, then subscribe to this channel. I decided to split them off so that I can kind of do whatever on the other channel and not have people who are only interested in tutorials and Minecraft stuff get upset. It means this channel is going to be a little small for a while, but if you like this kind of thing, you can subscribe and I will have more of it coming out. My name's Gepwin. I hope that you have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Again, if you want to see more Minecraft things, you can subscribe over here on the new Gepwin Minecraft channel. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.